Hello, my friends, and welcome to your new moon in Cancer tarot reading. If you found this around the new moon, definitely take this into the next few days, but this is a timeless reading. If you found this any other time of the year, this reading is for you. Specifically, we are in the new moon in Cancer. Intentions that you might want to be setting is about like the home and family, comfort, connection, security, compassion, emotional healing, and peace. That is the vibes of New Moon Cancer. We are focusing on the home specifically, so my questions today are kind of related to that. First card will be, what can I leave at the doorstep or release, especially during the black moon right before the new moon? What do you need to release? What emotional tone do I want to set at the entryway? What do I need to fill myself up right now? That's my kitchen. How can I bring comfort to myself and loved ones? That's the family room. What messages will bring me peace right now? What kind of sweet dreams can I have? And what new intentions will make me excited to greet each new day? So those are kind of the questions I'm going with in this New Moon in Cancer reading. The decks I have the Rider-Waite-Smith with a piece of Rhodochrosite. I have the Truth Seekers Tarot with an Angel Aura Quartz. And I have the Connolly Tarot deck, and that has a piece of Morganite. Went with little cute pink stones today. The decks and crystals that I use will be listed in the description if you want to refer to those later. For now, take a deep breath. Pick pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3, and then check your timestamp below, and I'll see you in your reading. Hello, Group 1. You selected pile 1. That is the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck with the Rhodochrosite. Rhodochrosite is good for healing emotional wounds, for balance, control, kindness, self-awareness. So that's kind of the energy going into that reading. We're going to do a quick shuffle here. Whoa, that one just popped right out. I'm just going to go with, first card is, what can I leave at the doorstep? What can I release? We've got Page of Pentacles reversed. Number 2, what emotional tone do I want at the entryway? We have Queen of Swords. What do I need to fill myself up right now? What do I need to kind of feel some completion? We got 5 of Swords reversed. How can I bring comfort to myself and my loved ones? We have 10 of Swords reversed. You know, it's not very comfortable looking, does it? What messages will bring me peace right now? We've got King of Swords. And what new intentions will make me excited to greet each new day? And we've got Queen of Cups. We've got a lot of sword energy going on here. Okay, we're going to start here with the one that just popped right out. We've got Page of Pentacles reversed, and what can I leave at the doorstep? And the Page of Pentacles is, you know, got ambition. It's a little magical. When it's reversed, sometimes it means that there is like a little bit of dissatisfaction, but in a way that you need a moment of relaxation to be able to see the next step. And kind of with all these swordsy swords I've seen, there was something recently that has been really taxing on you, and now is the time to take a break and release. In the Page of Pentacles reversed right now on what you need to let go is that guilt or that sense of duty, sense of loyalty that has been kind of dragging you through the mud a little bit, you need to let that sense of duty and loyalty kind of go right now so that you can focus mostly on yourself and what you can do to take care of yourself and relax. So leave that outside the house. Like there's no necessary reason for have to's right now. It's time to kind of take a break, take a pause. What emotional tone do I want at the entryway? Queen of Wands, especially, she is a master of decision making, of wisdom, of intellect. This little cord here kind of represents sometimes the cutting of the cord that shackles, shackles one, especially in the suit of swords, where there's a lot of struggle that goes on in the sword suit, and the queen has risen above that. With looking at all the cards, I see like there's just been some recent struggles. I'm thinking it could have been some legal issues, some miscommunication with the family. Yay, Mercury retrograde. And I think some of those things have either gotten resolved or you're at a point now where you just don't care. And I'm hoping that's the latter, that what you want as far as the tone in the entryway is that your home, your space, your circle belongs to you, and you're choosing not to let those external words and those external ideas and conflicts and miscommunications come in. Putting a ward at the door. What do I need to fill myself up right now? We have the Five of Swords reversed. This tends to have a feeling of a battle, defeat. I mean, this guy's smiling here. He looks like he won something, but you can tell by these people, it's not the greatest win to get right there. It wasn't a win of honor. When we reverse it, sometimes we get where we look inward a little bit more and find some of the causality of our actions, especially when they relate with others. In this position where I'm seeing what would fill myself up right now, I think based on this especially, and it looks like you're starting there, is that we do need to do a deep dive on how our actions have affected us and how our actions have affected others. I want you to look at filling yourself up maybe with empathy, with gratitude, with compassion, and fill your cup with those kind of feelings right now, because otherwise it's just gonna feel empty. There's gonna be some depression, some despair going into the next month, especially around that previous situation that just happened with you. So look to the comfort of your home, to your space, and the things that fill you up and make you happy so that you can focus on that. Definitely. Then how can I bring comfort to myself and loved ones? And yeah, I was mentioning, Ten of Swords doesn't look very comfortable at all. But reversed, it has the symbolism of the swords being removed, of the pain alleviating for now. And that feeling that you have when something that's been very, very painful on your body, either you had a medication or the pain is just like gone temporarily, and that sense of relief that you feel where you almost forgot what that pain felt like. That is a moment of clarity so that you can take a moment to breathe, so you can take a moment to observe the surroundings, take stock of what you have right now, because the pain's not 100% gone. And when this involves comfort for you and your loved ones. Taking a moment for everyone, maybe taking a weekend trip as a family, or doing something at home that just doesn't have anything to do with the outside world, like playing some games or watching a movie together. So you have that little bit of respite, and you can go back to the things in your life that might be struggling a little bit right now. But know that your loved ones are there for support, and you'll have that little bit of respite. What messages will bring me peace right now? We have King of Swords. He's usually supposed to be Mr. Wisey Man. Over here, I'm feeling like now is the time where you don't have to be on guard. You don't have to be the person who has all the answers right now and has to take care of everything. If we are focusing on our home and comfort and peace, know that we have a community around us. Either you have people living in your home, or you have your found family that you see on a regular basis, but you're not going alone in this. And that is the way that you're going to find some peace in this, knowing that you're not sitting in the darkness all by yourself. Allow others in that can help lift the load, can help bring comfort, even if that means someone who wants to bring you a meal, or someone who can just sit with you when you're going through some stuff. So, basically, to find some peace, you just got to let down your guard a little bit. And over here we have, what new intentions will make me excited to greet each new day? So Queen of Cups is, cups are all about emotion. I am surprised there aren't more cups in this reading, because we're looking for some peace and emotional stability and some self-healing, and the cups are definitely a way to do that. We're over here, reverse and new intentions. And I think the new intentions is we're going into toward the end of the summer at this point, and we're going to be going into the harvest season. We need to fill this cup up as much as we can. When we're talking like what can fill myself up, because I feel like with your intentions, there's going to be a moment where you're going to need to do a lot more releasing. We need to do a lot more releasing so that we can fill that cup up. I think with your intentions that you're trying to set for this new moon period, we're focusing on home, family, comfort, connection, security. And if you're feeling drained, and if you're feeling like you have no energy and you feel separated from people around you, maybe you feel like that cord's been cut from people. Maybe you're feeling some loneliness. And that's the sense I'm getting over here too, is that because you're dealing with some really big emotional stuff right now, you've kind of blocked yourself off emotionally, and you're not letting people come in and give you that comfort. But the only way we're going to survive through this tough moment is being able to flip her back up and fill that cup. So set your intentions on love and peace and emotional stability and self-healing, and anything you can do to fill yourself up with that water energy. Rhodochrosite is a stone of the heart chakra, so definitely if you're into that, I'd focus on working with your heart chakra right now. Yeah, I hope that resonated with you. If you did, I'd love to hear some comments below. And if you'd like a personal reading from me, my Ko-Fi link is going to be below as well. and I appreciate you spending some time with me. Thank you very much, and happy new moon. Hello, group 2. You selected pile 2 with the Truth Seekers Tarot and the Angel Aura Quartz. Angel Aura Quartz is good for emotional healing, unconditional love, self-nurturing, self-care. It's a very peaceful, calm stone. I'm going to do a little bit of shuffling here. These cards are jumping out. These are very jumpy cards. Whoa, there goes the one. So our first card here is, what can I leave at the doorstep? What can I release? Second is, what emotional tone do I want at the entryway? What emotional tone do I want to set for the new moon? Third is, what do I need now to fill myself up? Our little kitchen reference there. We got 3 of Pentacles reversed. How can I bring comfort to myself and my loved ones? We've got King of Cups reversed. What messages will bring me peace right now and sweet dreams? We have 2 of Wands reversed. And what new intentions will make me excited to greet each new day? We've got 8 of Swords. Okay, we're going to start right here with card number 1 with the Princess of Swords. What can I leave at the doorstep? This would be like the Page of Swords, and the Page of Swords has a lot of tools under his belt. He's had some knowledge and some experience, and he's ready to go out there and experience the world, but he can be held back by some negative experiences he had in the past that he's bringing into new ventures. So what I would say with what you can release is, I'm sensing fear of new endeavors, going through new plans and possibilities that you are trying to manifest, but you keep drawing back to negative experiences in the past that might have kind of made you a little gun shy, a little slower to act. So what we're going to release right now is fear, is the unknown that is keeping you back, those past experiences that keep coloring what you think your future is going to be like. So in the Rider-Waite, the page is usually looking over their shoulder and just kind of like, I want to make new exciting adventures, but I am afraid. So let that go. Let go of that fear. Let go of any past experiences that are clouding your judgment right now. What emotional tone do I want at the entryway? We have the 9 of Pentacles. Usually this is a symbol of a lot of hard work. We're getting into the harvest season now, and you have put in a lot of work. I'm thinking on this like new venture, a lot of planning, some action steps have already been taken, and now we can take a moment, and what we want as far as the tone in our entryway, we want that feeling of abundance, of success, of doing the right things, taking the right steps. So if we're letting go of fears and past experiences, let's set a tone for abundance, for satisfaction, for being proud of the work that you are accomplishing and taking actions on. So we're going to walk into this home and we want to feel accomplished for the day. What do I need to fill myself up right now? So this is my kitchen card here. We have 3 of Pentacles reversed. I'm sensing that I'm sensing you need some more like alone time. I think whatever this new project is, you've been working with other people, doing planning, work, collaboration, but I feel like that's kind of overwhelming. You're kind of getting personally drained, peopled out. You're also listening to opinions of others that might be affecting this. And not that those opinions are not valid, it's just not giving you brain space for you to make up your own opinions and your own ideas. And you kind of need just like some time by yourself to reflect, to just breathe, to just do something fun and relaxing away from other people. So I'm feeling what you need to fill yourself up now and probably on a regular basis is just some alone time where you just have no one around and just get some quiet. Definitely. How can I bring comfort to myself and my loved ones? I actually feel like this does relate over here. I think you have done a pretty good job as far as connecting and being in charge of your family, your inner circle, contributing, especially on an emotional level. Maybe you've just had some, like your children or people close to you going through their own emotional stuff, and you've been kind of a solid rock for them. And that's awesome. But going back to who's taking care of you, and although there might be a little bit of resentment that someone's just not stepping up and filling that role for you that you've been filling for other people, you definitely have the strength to be able to do that with yourself. I think just having a little bit of that alone time, because when you give so much emotionally to others, it's hard to fill yourself back up. If you want to bring comfort to yourself and your loved ones, you need to have that self-care and take care of yourself first. You got to put the air mask on before the other passengers in the airplane. You got to take care of yourself first so that you have the energy to help others in a way that you can be capable of doing. Rose quartz, baby. Well, this is angel oro quartz, but it still covers that heart chakra. We need some peace and calm and serenity there. What messages will bring me peace right now? It's about going back to simplicity, about going back to something that's easy, a hobby that you enjoy, maybe reading a book, doing some crochet, watching your favorite TV show, just something that gives you some minor comfort. I think over here you're very excited. You're very good at like starting new things, and when you're going into where the actionable steps have, you need to give yourself small breaks to be able to continue on and on and on so that you can get to this vision of completion and satisfaction. I think what's giving you peace is just those little moments of alone time and you time. I know that seems to be the message I'm getting here from each card. And if we go over here, what new intentions will get me excited to greet each new day? This is the important thing. The Eight of Swords is that one card that usually has the sword surrounding the blindfolded lady right there. When you feel trapped, when you feel like you don't have choices in the actions that you make, it can be very disparaging, very draining. But it's a false feeling. It's a feeling that you actually can take steps forward, that you can remove the blindfold. Everything goes in through these cycles, and yeah, we fall down, we get back up again. And when I look at this and I'm looking at, the swords being a barrier, I'm thinking that your intentions that you need to set is actually creating some boundaries, creating those barriers, creating that little wall, not to make yourself helpless, but to give you that breathing space. I think that's what we need to work on this new moon as far as intentions is here. I have the element of a home, of a house with many rooms, and setting the tone for that home. I think this would be a really good time for you to maybe do some house blessings or cleanse your personal spaces, build those boundaries, set the tone that you want for that home, so that when you are reconnecting with people again, and I mean, you're going to still have to deal with people on a regular basis, but when you come to your place of your home is your sanctuary. So I hope that resonated with you. That one was all over the place, even though there was like a common message. If something clicked for you, let me know in the comments. I'd really appreciate that. I appreciate you spending some time with me today. And if you want a more personalized reading on what's going on with you, my link to schedule that is in the description. Thanks so much, guys. See you next time. Hello, group 3. You selected pile number 3. This is the Connolly tarot deck with the Morganite. Morganite is for the heart chakra. It's a cute little piece here. It's for nurturing peace, serenity, fairness to others, and confidence. So we're going to do a quick little shuffle here for our new moon vibes and intentions. Our first card is, what can I leave at the doorstep? So what am I releasing? Ace of Wands reversed. Card number 2, what emotional tone do I want at the entryway? We have the Hierophant. Number 3, what do I need to fill myself up right now? 6 of Pentacles. How can I bring comfort to myself and my loved ones? We have Queen of Swords. What messages will bring me peace right now? This is materialism. That's the Devil card. And what new intentions will make me excited to greet each new day? We have the Emperor reversed. So what do we need to be releasing? So Ace of Wands reversed is kind of like chaos, undirected energy. Ace of Wands likes to have straight and narrow energy to focus on. It's ready to go, wants direction. When we're reversed, it's just chaos and can lead to frustration, especially if there's not clarity in the energy that you're putting out. So what I'm seeing maybe that you want to release is the overwhelm of chaos. So I think what we could focus on releasing is just that overwhelm, that anxiety, that undirected energy that just seems to not be going anywhere. We need to release chaos. We need to release where things are being diluted and overwhelming. What emotional tone do I want at the entryway? We have the Hierophant. I think, again, this is going back to that undirected energy and trying to bring a semblance of order, of some tradition, of just a nice, firm foundation where you feel like you understand what your next step is, that you feel like you understand that everything's in its place. When you start building some better habits, some better routines, that is going to feel like when you're coming home that there's a sense of relief, like you can leave the chaos at the door, you come home and you have control over your own personal space. So I'm feeling like it's a really good time to tidy up, make systems and habits that can encourage each other and make you feel a little more calm about the things that you do on your day-to-day basis. What do I need to fill myself up right now? So the Six of Pentacles is usually a card of generosity and charity, but in kind of a unlevel field. So here I'm sensing that you are getting downloads and messages, and they're feeling very inspiring. I feel like you're someone that likes to just go down a rabbit hole. You sense an idea, you kind of chase after it, but you're not being actionable with it. It's not being productive, and that's kind of what's causing a little of that chaos, right? I think we need to pick something that is going to give you some focus and put you in a direction where you can direct the most energy. That will fill you up. There's still a sense of charity and generosity here. Maybe if you narrow down your focus, but do at least something in a way where you are giving to somebody, whether a family member or a charity or something like that, but doing it on a level where you both benefit, not just doing it to do it. But I do feel like there are going to be some sort of messages that are going to come, and we're moving into like Lionsgate, and there can be a lot of dreams and symbols that will come and kind of give you more direction, but narrow the scope. That's going to bring you less chaos. How can I bring comfort to myself and my loved ones? Again, knowing your next actions and being focused with them. Swords is the element of air and intellect, and having that clarity and that focus, lining things up. I mean, when there's so much chaos and you want more order, you need to turn to intellect and wisdom, making lists, outlining your day, budgeting, scheduling, doing things in an orderly fashion, and you need Queen of Swords energy to help you with that. Having that order will bring you comfort, and it will definitely bring the comfort to people around you so you're not feeling so chaotic and overwhelmed. What messages will bring me peace right now? It is a very interesting card in this position. But the main thing I'm seeing specifically in this card is, so in the traditional devil card, you have a couple that's usually chained to something, but here this individual's actually chained to the 4 elements. Looking for validation through external sources versus internal sources. I think in your position right now, that's not necessarily a bad thing. But you've got to, again, turn down the volume of the noise. Like if you're getting a lot of, social media ads or just marketing or just messages from multiple sources, that can be overwhelming too. So if you are just picking a couple sources of information instead of all the information, I think that will help narrow down the noise a little bit. And it's okay that at this moment you don't have to necessarily dig deep emotionally. I know it's like new moon in Cancer, and I really was focusing on emotion, heart chakra, peace, and loving yourself. But I think you need some direction externally. I think over here, the Hierophant usually is somewhat of a mentor, father figure, priest, someone that is usually reliable and helpful. I think finding order and tradition within yourself is going to be a little bit difficult unless you're looking for maybe someone externally that could help you out with that a little bit. Someone you trust, and when you choose that person, follow them to the letter. Don't make up the game as you go along, because you're going to develop more chaos. Follow that routine, follow that tradition, that worksheet, whatever they give you. What new intentions will make me excited to greet each new day? The Emperor is super about, sovereignty and control and owning your actions and being a leader. Here, when I see him reverse, it's telling me surrender. And I think that's kind of the message I'm getting with this is you don't have to do everything all by yourself. I think you are trying to find control in areas that the control just doesn't exist. So, let go, trust people around you to help direct you, and build some new routines and habits based off things that have already worked for other people. I think it'll be super helpful for you with that. So yeah, let someone guide you at this new moon. Let someone come in that you can trust and give you some direction to your next steps. I hope something there resonated for you. If it did, please leave me a comment. I'd love to hear about your experiences with that. And if you'd like a more personalized reading just for you, I've got my link to be able to schedule one of those on my Ko-Fi page. And thank you so much for spending some time with me. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.